Kai, don't be scared, but I am you. Don't believe me? Remember this guy? It's 2050 and it's spiky, but part robot, part spiky you know today. If you're wondering, I probably don't look that different, but it's because the food I eat helps me keep looking younger. Also, you're probably watching me with your iPad right now, but I'm recording this as a hologram. I had to save this down a couple hundred versions just so you could be able to see it. And as you can see outside of my window, the buildings are way taller than you could have ever imagined. And I barely ever have to leave the house because everything that I need to live is inside of this tower with me. The reason why I'm talking to you today is because now is the time to make some changes in your life. It is hard to explain, but I can only talk to my past self once. I chose this time in your life because now is the time that you have the habits that can be changed easily. It gets so much harder to change after this moment in time, believe me, I know I've lived it. So let's begin. Right now you're in the 10th grade stressing out about finals and also stressing out about having soccer practice every single day of the week. Do you remember doing your TED Talk for Humanities class? You had a rough start, but you did a lot of research on this. It is great that you put the time into it. You started looking at methane, but you quickly linked it to climate change and the huge role humans have in it. It is great that you didn't stop your research just on methane. You researched further into global warming and pollution. You'll do so much more research when you're working for a living. It'll be good to stay curious and keep researching. At around the same time as the TED Talk, you also had to do a rap battle. You just did the project to finish it because you had so much other work to do at the same time. In the future, spend more time editing the video and record a lot more versions of the same scene because it helps to try it different ways. You have to take each project as an opportunity to learn. I know the project wasn't in your comfort zone, but you'll have to do so many other projects to test your limits. Get used to it. Try it harder. Things change so quickly after 2019 that you'll be out of your comfort zone a lot more. In STEM, you did lots of experiments and projects. One project in particular was Santa's Little Helper, where you had to build a trebuchet and launch an ornament into a box. You used your creativity but also improved on your problem solving and knowledge of construction. Your team worked very well together in brainstorming and problem solving. You decided on early that you not only wanted power and accuracy, but you also wanted it to look good and make sure it was sturdy. It is very important that you know how to design and build things for your future. Technology is moving forward ahead very fast, and it is important that you're not only creative in your thinking, but creating new things. But creativity helps also you figuring out solutions and when something isn't working. I also remember you taking lots of notes on Newton's laws. Taking notes is very important. Save your notes. Write them on books that you can save. Don't just write notes, draw pictures. Take more photos and save them. I wish I had the notes now. Everything is so different now, and there is so much I forgot. Life changes so much after 2019. You won't recognize your own home. I don't have a stove or coffee machine. I get all my food from a machine that looks like a microwave oven. You made a very nice cyanotype picture in your digital media class. This was a cool project. It's good that you tried your best and got a good result. You used chemicals that you've never used before and learned about in photography, and you got to create something cool at the exact same time. Being able to figure out the stuff that you have never done before is a very good thing. Be brave and try new things. Magazine project was really tough. You had to write over 1,000-word articles, which seemed really difficult. Remember that this is just preparing you for a future job. 1,000 words will seem like absolutely nothing in the future. The only way to get better now is to practice. And practicing is also very good for you. This also stretches your creativity because by just having to design the magazine and layout, this gives you very good practice with programs that you have never used before, like Photoshop and InDesign. And also learning and adapting to these new programs that you have never used before really helps you figure out more that you'll have to learn in the future. On top of all your schoolwork, you're also on the bowling and soccer team. Soccer was every day, so you would stay up late finishing your homework every night. This is kind of tough, but stick with it. You'll be happy that you had so much practice at managing your time. You eventually will learn how to manage it very well, trust me. Also, bowling and soccer will pay off when you're in your 40s. I'm glad I never stopped. The games are a little different now. Soccer's indoors. We can't play outside because it is way too hot, and there isn't enough space. The towers that we live in now all have soccer fields in them, and one of the floors is for bowling, and we use holograms to play it. It isn't quite the same, but it still is.
Try to listen
a
to
lot
my
of fun.
advice because I am using up my one chance to tell you this to try to help make your future even better than it already is. Good luck and remember to have fun.